Damn. Oh shit, my fault. Hey, YouTube, what's good, y'all? I hope y'all doing good. Shout out to my ladies, especially. I hope y'all having a good day, man. We got a banger today. I ain't gonna lie. This one looks crazy off the rip. But to my smokers, if you ain't got what you gotta go get what you gotta get. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was one of them days. I know it's the day after Halloween and Saturday and shit. Everybody going out partying and shit. On the real, nigga. I just got off a 12-hour shift, nigga. I'm still in my work pants, nigga. Okay, and I got a wireless headset so I can show y'all. I'm still in my work pants, nigga. I still got Tim's on, nigga. Like, cooked. But it is what it is, man. We gotta get that check. So shout out to everybody that had to go get it out the mud today, man. You could have been out drinking and looking at all the bad bitches at the bar and you feel me, and getting some drinks done yourself and hanging out with the boys and seeing your friends I ain't even seen in a while, man. Shout out to everybody that had to clock in today, man. Just depressed myself. Alright. Is my bong packed? No, we'll pack it in the video. Alright, let's get into this.
Over here under. Do you smell it? Smell it?
I smell something.
This is the body of 44-year-old Clinton James Pierce, rotting away in the garage of his closest friend. James had been missing for more than a month.
Be the niggas closest to you. They always say that shit. I be thinking about that sometimes, yo. No cap. It's like this, statistically speaking, if I'm gonna get murdered, it's gonna be one of my closest friends that do it. Is wild to me. Because I've already said this before. I feel like I have a great group of friends. I don't think none of my boys will slime me out for nothing. So, like, to think statistically speaking, it'd be one of them is just, like, mind-blowing.
And because of his history with drug abuse, detectives assume it was an overdose. But when a furious crowd of residents demands that the police find the killer, one officer begins to suspect something far more sinister.
What? There is 3 bodies on these ground. 3 people didn't get done. This is not his first time. My baby has been sitting in this garage, rotting away like a piece of.
One of the detectives sent out, hey, he might have overdosed. Even if he did, that's not how he would have been found. It's gonna be a homicide. It has to be.
The officer sets out to uncover the truth, even if it means going against his own department. Because if he doesn't, a killer will get away with murder.
I just looked over the video loud as fuck compared to me. How's that? That's better? This should be better. I fault y'all. But blowing y'all ear jumps out. Yeah, this one looked like one of them ones already. Go ahead and spark up, man.
In the late hours of a Thursday evening, police in Dayton, Ohio receive a frantic call from a woman claiming she's found her husband dead in a friend's garage. On the line is Amanda Carson, her voice trembling as she struggles to contain her sister, Nicole. But when officers arrive, they have no idea the entire neighborhood has already gathered, and the scene is moments away from spiraling into absolute chaos.
I'm the one who did the report.
Okay, well, can you come here with me? I'm pretty sure his shoes are in here, underneath the padding. This is his son, this is his wife. Right here.
Hey, why don't you guys get back?
Jesus Christ, man.
Well, yeah, this is all my personal stuff, and over here under.
It's on this little pad. You step out.
And do you see that thing of candy right there where you're standing to your right? Do you smell that smell?
I smell something.
Under
this one in the corner. Hey, it's gonna be.
Back up, back on, back
Call
up.
Sarge. Call Sarge.
Beneath piles of garbage lies the body of 43-year-old Clinton James Pierce, known to everyone simply as CJ. His family is furious, convinced the police ignored his disappearance for months, dismissing him as a drug addict who overdosed. But as Officer Floyd prepares to step outside, one resident bursts into panic, shouting that this is not the first time someone has died in this very garage.
Three bodies!
What the fuck?
Yeah, we're on the same page. They don't want us to act the fool. All right, how do we get this done? Because the man who lives here has moved out. They left.
He's in the report.
Yes. Three people didn't get done. This is not his first time. It's not the first time. This is not his first time.
The scene is pure chaos. Nicole, the caller's sister, stands before the crowd of the victim's family and neighbors.
Yo, not for nothing too. Oh shit, I didn't mean to press that. Yo, not for nothing too. I know it's some dumbasses in the watching this video, most likely talking about she's snitching, bro. This is not fucking snitching, bro. This is the victim's sister, bro. If you found your family member in a garage dead, you're fucking and you think somebody killed them, nigga, you're naming names. It don't matter what the fuck you got going on. Jesus Christ, man.
According to them, whoever lived here has allegedly killed more than 2 people in the past.
I got some other shit to say too, but I want to let this develop.
Serial killer on the loose and a furious crowd closing in, Officer Floyd knows they need to act fast. Lucky for him, Nicole knows exactly who the killer is and will be instrumental in his capture.
We tried telling him to come up here. We told our detective. He's been missing since July 15th. Curly would have been on it.
You guys can be as mad as you want.
You guys to
They got the date and time redacted.
Right. Well, I have the officers here. I'm about the only one calm enough to talk to them, so I'm going to stand here and talk with these 2 officers. Go down there with your sister.
What do you want us to do?
Go down there with your sister. And these guys didn't do it. This man came out and took the report. I mean, and just because Jay Connor said he's a dope fiend, the only thing now, they're going to have the evidence to get Jay now. He got a dead body in his garage.
As soon as I saw, I'm not touching it until an evidence.
Right, they have a dead body in his garage. Regardless, he's got an answer for that. Where's Jay at now? They're going to get him. Go get him. Go get him.
The lady in pink just mentioned the name Jay, someone she claims recently moved out after killing CJ. Officer Floyd recognizes the name immediately. Jay was listed in a previous missing person report, the very one the detectives chose to ignore. Jay is CJ's business partner and longtime friend. Now he's nowhere to be found, and Floyd fears he may have already fled town. But worse yet, the officer doesn't realize that Jay has even tried to hide his horrifying act.
I'm so sorry about this. Like, the emotional.
Absolutely, no. I completely understand. I had a bad feeling when I did the report. The circumstances that led up to everything.
My name's Nicole. I normally called in.
Where's his ex-wife?
Wife's down here. It's fiance. They weren't legally married yet.
Do you know who owns the property?
Amanda does.
Amanda does?
His fiance, yeah. Dude who lived here, his daughter has been talking 10 kinds of shit to her about, oh, you'll find out what's happened to your husband. You'll know eventually. Like, just crazy. It's all on screenshot. So if needed, we'll be able to, yeah.
According to Nicole,
they're not for nothing too. I don't know which one of them. It might have been this lady right here. I don't know which one of them found him, but I can tell you from experience, bro, that shit is traumatizing, bro. And when that shit happened to me, in like after the fact, all I could really think of is that, you know, if this was gonna happen anyways, I'm glad I was the one to find them and not like my family members, like my other close family members that live with me and shit. So to have his whole family out there to see him like that is like really fucked. Not gonna lie. This is already hit.
Jay's girlfriend has been openly talking about CJ's murder, trying to intimidate the family, especially his wife, Amanda. But before the officer speaks to Amanda, he first has to convince his sergeant that CJ's death is a homicide and not an accident.
This is our sergeant. Okay. You just help out your family a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll do everything we can, okay? Hey, Sergeant. It's gonna be a homicide. It has to be. He's a missing person. Super suspicious circumstances. This house is owned by family members, but there was a guy that was living here. He just recently moved out. These guys have been looking for him nonstop. They drove past the garage today. Yeah, the door was cracked. I'm not sure the situation there, but there was a smell of a dead body. They opened the door, and it was stronger. There's carpet and a whole bunch of like floor padding and stuff all in the corner, and it's covering his dead body. I saw his leg.
To hide that shit for sure.
And then you can see his leg. I put everything else back.
What was the circumstances about him being missing?
That's a charge, right? Attempting to conceal a dead body?
The guy that lived here, he just got moved out or got evicted.
With everyone at the scene pointing to the same person, officers now have a main suspect, 47-year-old Jeremy Van Voorhees, a man they'll soon learn has a lengthy criminal record. Meanwhile, the lead officer goes to speak with the victim's wife, Amanda. The police still believe CJ was a drug addict and haven't ruled out the overdose theory. But what Amanda says next would expose just how wrong the police have been about CJ all along.
Who's the one that actually owns the house?
I can go get her for you.
Yeah, just take it to me.
Because I got her phone right here. I just hate that her son had to find the daddy like that.
Yeah. Amanda?
Yeah, yes, that's her.
Amanda, I know you're not going anywhere. However, so you own that house, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the reason, so everybody knows, the reason we're not just punting that door and grabbing whoever we can is because if we do that right now without a warrant, it throws out a lot of evidence. So the detectives can talk to you. I understand.
I told you there was something right about this.
I agree.
There's I told you, right? That's why they didn't want me around this mother. And that detective, I've been telling him for a month. They're not letting me in the house or the garage. There's something wrong. Oh, well, we can't do nothing. We can't do nothing, you son of a bitch. Now what are you gonna do? You're really not gonna do nothing now. How's this story pan out now? He really jumped out of a car and got someone else's car, didn't he? The whole time my baby's been right here underneath my nose. My baby's been sitting in this garage, rotting away like a piece of shit. And all he's ever...
That you got him now, though, baby.
We gave this son of a place to live. We gave him a place to live. We gave him a job. We got him out of jail. We put our house up for him to get out of jail. Oh.
That's insane.
CJ's fiancée, Amanda, is visibly distraught, realizing she will never see her children's father again. She says they gave Jeremy a house and even got him out of jail several times, yet he still chose to murder CJ over what officers will soon discover was merely a pay dispute. Devastated by what he's just heard, the officer finally grasps the gravity of the police department's failure to investigate CJ's disappearance sooner. From this moment on, Officer Floyd makes it his mission to uncover the truth and bring the killer to justice, even if it means holding his own department accountable.
I knew there was something wrong.
The family was back, so I guess somebody from the family called one of the detectives and told one of the detectives that he was like a drug user. But the initial story was like, he hasn't had any history with us for like 12 years. So he didn't have anything. He's got like a steady job, has grandkids and stuff, has a family, has a house that he lives with his fiancée for the last like 15 years. Yeah, somebody was like, he's a dope fiend. So in the email that one of the detectives sent out, might have overdosed. But I'm like, that's not, even if he did, that's not how he would have been found.
Damn. It sucks that it's like just your image, just how you come off to people can determine whether you live or die, bro. Because if they didn't just like take him as a dope fiend, maybe they investigate that a little harder. Maybe they find him alive, bro. That's fucked. Really weird how that prejudice shit works.
Okay, so I was trying to take it. We did the initial missing on the 16th or 17th of July. Family basically said, got a steady life, secure job, no runs with police for 12 years, good life. His coworker lives here. The deceased's family actually owns the house. They allowed him to live here. He's got residency here. They were coworkers. They went to work. They came home. He was acting a little funny, like he had something on his mind, and that was the last time he was seen.
And with that short speech, Officer Floyd single-handedly pushes forward the search for the main suspect in CJ's death, and an arrest warrant is issued for Jeremy Van Voorhees on suspicion of murder. Soon after, the residents disperse and officers return to the station, hoping the autopsy results will give the investigation the boost it needs. Though they finally have a lead, no one knows just how far their suspect will go to stay free, even if that means putting dozens of lives at risk. The very next day, the autopsy results come back, revealing a gunshot wound to the back of the head. The body is in an advanced state of decay, and investigators determine that CJ likely died about a month earlier, around the same time he was reported missing. As the search for Jeremy intensifies, Officer Floyd calls the victim's wife, hoping she can help him piece together what drove Jeremy to snap at CJ. According to her, the two men have been arguing over money, with Jeremy demanding $30,000 in cash for his work, which CJ refused to pay. Now, Officer Floyd realizes that if Jeremy is capable of killing out of spite, no one knows what he might do next, or who else might be on his list of grudges. But there was still one person close to CJ investigators could talk to. The woman Amanda mentioned earlier, Jeremy's wife of 30 years, Brandy Van Voorhees. Detectives brought Brandy in for questioning. At first, she stayed completely silent, no cooperation at all. But as the interview went on, she'd start to slip, accidentally revealing a perfect motive for the murder. But to get to that point, Brandy would first need to share a few key details about CJ and Jeremy's volatile relationship.
You'll have a seat right here in the corner. You're obviously not in trouble. You're not anything like that.
I understand.
I just want to get some background information from you, get some information. What is your relationship with Jeremy Van Voorhees?
Well, I call him my husband, but we've been together since I've been 18.
How many years is that?
28 in December, I do believe.
And how do you know Amanda or CJ?
Actually, we met him through a mutual friend years ago. Jay is a carpet installer, and CJ needed help at one point in time. It was through a mutual friend, somebody else that Jay had worked on a crew with years ago.
So they basically met through work, business.
Yeah, pretty much.
They lived in a close-knit community, the kind of place where everyone looked out for each other. That's how Jeremy and CJ first met and eventually started working with each other. But after CJ's disappearance, everything changed. The entire neighborhood turned against Brandy and Jeremy.
Once CJ is missing, the family, I assume, reaches out to you guys.
They called on Friday night and asked if we had seen them, and they said no. Next thing you know, they're getting loud, and they're like just accusing, pointing fingers, and starting an argument, and it was what they was going to do and how they was going to hurt us and that. And
They're basically threatening you guys to try to find out where CJ is, correct?
Right.
Thinking that you guys have something to do with it, and they're
Right,
threatening.
and it went straight from that to threatening. We're entwined, you know. I'm not going to say that we hang out and party because we're not that type of crowd. We don't drink and all that good stuff. But our families are entwined, you know. If one of the guys didn't work, then none of us was taken care of. So to see everybody at the front door was kind of nuts. And not only was it just the guys on the front door, there was cars lining up. Right about that time, he decided he was going to open the door again and argued with him for a few minutes. And I pushed the door shut because I told him to just get off my porch and go away. And by that time, my neighbor had come out and was like trying to calm the crowd down. But at that point, there was people everywhere.
According to Brandy, CJ's family and neighbors have harassed them over CJ's disappearance, even threatening them. But instead of making Brandy doubt her husband, the pressure seemed to have the opposite effect. It only strengthened her belief that Jeremy was innocent. That became clear when investigators asked her directly, did she think Jeremy had killed CJ?
Has he said anything then? Have you had any conversations about, have you asked him, did he do this?
I have asked him and he said no. And he said, you know, it's just like, have faith in me. And we've been married almost, well, I say married, but we've been together for almost 30 years. You know, so that's like almost married, pretty much. And all I can do is just cry. I'll be honest, that's all I can do is just cry right now. I have to say, when he says, trust me, have faith in me.
At this point, Brandy seemed to think she'd gained some sympathy from investigators after describing the harassment they'd faced. That may be exactly why, just moments later, she'd slip up and accidentally reveal a crystal clear motive for the brutal murder.
How were they doing that? You know, were they issuing one check that they would then divide, or were they issuing a check to Jay and a check to CJ?
They issued one check, and this was the same way it was done to Sherwin-Williams. When you're a subcontractor, you have like a leader of the crew, you know, so you have to carry a certain amount of insurance and all that good stuff. So everything is in CJ's name. So there's one check, and then after they would pay, we have
would they use that white work van? Was that?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know that CJ had been reported missing. And then his body was discovered in the garage at 408 Car Park where you guys were living.
And like the last one was, where's the phrase? The phrase was Pavilion
Kettering. There is an old folks home, Lincoln something, right there.
Yeah.
That was the one big job that Jay did without CJ, although he should have been there. The only job that I can think of that was big money.
Okay. Obviously, around the time that this happened, or he went missing, where he may have came into a bunch of money.
No, there's no $4,000 check.
It's almost as if Brandy realized her mistake the moment she said it, and immediately she started backpedaling.
What happened?
But the damage was done. To investigators, it was clear. The missing payments for that huge job lining up perfectly with CJ's disappearance was no coincidence. At this point, they were nearly certain. Jeremy was behind the murder, but one major problem remained. Police still didn't know where he was, what car he was driving, or what he might be planning next. But just as the investigation seems to stall, the officers receive an unexpected visit, one that points directly to the killer. 6 days after CJ's body is found, a man walks into the police station claiming he knows where Jeremy is hiding. The man is Sean Connolly, Jeremy's best friend for more than 10 years. The officers sit him down for an interview,
be the ones closest to you.
Everything they can find on him. They learn that Sean has recently been released from prison, a detail they know they can use as leverage to pressure him and ensure he doesn't mislead them. Now, Sean has just become the officers' best hope of finding Jeremy.
You know him?
Yeah, my best friend.
Okay. How long have you known him?
Okay. At least 10.
At least 10? So you want to talk with me about him?
What if I was able to take you to his location?
What's that?
What if I was able to take you to a location?
Depends on your cooperation. You know, you gotta go straight to prison. We can take care of that.
I would prefer, so you guys don't go.
We're not out to hurt anybody. I don't want that, none of that, man.
Sean claims that
I ain't gonna lie, this one is considered snitching. I ain't gonna lie, this one's considered snitching. It's not like they was about to get you off parole for this. I mean, it's the right thing to do. I ain't gonna lie. But not for nothing, you just got out of prison yourself. You live in that street life, my nigga. That was snitching. That was snitching, for sure. That nigga snitched. I'm not 100% sure what he gained out of this, unless he was friends with CJ. But I honestly don't even know why he snitched. But, I guess W snitch. All right, we're gonna get a police chase out of this.
About 45 minutes north of Dayton. Detectives immediately head to the location and begin surveillance. After several hours, they spot Jeremy leaving the residence and driving away in a black Hyundai Sonata. But when officers move in to stop him, Jeremy takes off. He knows the police have more than enough evidence to put him away for good. Not to mention that his car is filled to the brim with drugs like crack cocaine. So Jeremy does the only thing he can. He drives like a madman.
There he is. And he got the dog in his car too, waiting to bite some. What the fuck is this? Is this somebody's house? Yeah, this is somebody's house. There's a couple houses here. This is a street. What the fuck? Where was this again?
Jeremy is driving with extreme recklessness, showing complete disregard for anyone on the road. The officers know they need to stop him. If they don't, innocent lives could be lost. But then, something completely unexpected happens. Something that will bring Jeremy to his knees.
What happened, son? Oh, he's about to... I thought he was about to crash out.
Slowing down to 60.
What you got going? Oh, he turned it off. He gave up. That was a smart thing to do.
You guys have a dog with you?
Put your window down! Put both hands outside the car! Suspect, with your left hand, reach out and open the car door. Outside the car. Keep your hands in the air. Step out. Grab the back of your shirt and lift it. Come back to the sound of my voice. Back. 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 Hands up.
I got cuffs. I got cuffs.
Cross your ankle. Cross your ankle.
Okay, he ain't trying nothing funny. He just gave it up.
After an hour-long chase, seemingly by a miracle, Jeremy runs out of gas and is forced to pull over.
Damn.
To the officer's relief, he doesn't resist and is quickly handcuffed before being taken to jail. The evidence against him is overwhelming, and the high-speed chase only makes things worse. Still, Jeremy has...
You're cooked. You done ran from the cops. You got bodies in your garage. You hiding out, concealing dead bodies and shit, putting trash and fucking carpets over them and shit. Taunting the family through text. Oh yeah. This nigga getting 145 years, nigga.
The plan to get out of this predicament. CJ's family and Officer Floyd wait in anxious anticipation, hoping the detectives don't blunder again and let a killer slip away. Unbeknownst to Jeremy, the detectives about to walk into the room are the exact same ones who let him off the hook and gave him a month of freedom.
Really? And look what he did with that fucking month.
Jeremy, how you doing, bub?
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm Detective House. This is Detective Lips. We're with the Dayton Police Department. We're investigating an incident with Clinton. All right. Do you want to talk to us about what's going on? Get your side of the story?
Oh, I didn't do this, but I would like to talk to a lawyer.
Realizing he's in serious trouble, Jeremy asks for a lawyer, but fortunately, the evidence against him is strong enough that a confession isn't even necessary. Officer Floyd can finally relax, knowing the killer has been caught. Still, he can't shake
his
the
side
thought
profile is fucked.
Knowing the killer.
Jesus Christ, look at this nigga's face from the side, though. And that nigga married and I'm single? Fuck.
Killer has been caught. Still, he can't shake the thought that the detective's inaction may have cost an innocent man his life. Jeremy Van Voorhees is charged with 2 counts of murder, felonious assault, tampering with evidence, and gross abuse of a corpse. He is sentenced to 22 years to life in prison. For the high-speed chase, an additional 24 months is added to his sentence. Regarding the 2 other deaths mentioned by the residents, the police could not find any proof that Jeremy was involved with any of them.
Insane fucking work. He got away with 2 of the bodies. And luckily CJ's family was coming so crazy that they forced the police to lock this nigga up. W family, bro. Shout out to them. Honestly, they honestly probably would have did nothing again if the family didn't press them like that. So talk to your loved ones, bro. No cap. Make sure you're on their good side, dog.